I don't like this iPhone. I hit the button by accident. This case sucks. I think it's covering buttons or something like that. It's terrible. But anyways, where was I at? Which is insane because his facial features are more Hispanic or a mixture, but clearly more Hispanic looking. The racism in this country is coming from one side, and it's the left, or the people on the right with racist viewpoints. I'm sure about it. I'm sure there's racist people on the right. But where do you think that racism comes from on the right? I'm sure it's the left injecting race into every goddamn aspect of our lives. Everything. And it always comes from these white lefties who, oh my God, guess what? They never are even in interracial relationships. So it's funny that the white people who fuck other white people that look like their goddamn siblings are telling everybody else how racist they are. Can't stand their fucking psychotic side. Anyways, are there racists on the right? Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm going to say it's probably a small percentage. I think you could find probably more racists on the left. You would find white, black, probably Asian, Hispanic. You probably find all types of racists on the left because that's who they're attracted to. That's who they're attracted to. They're watching crappy shit like MSNBC and CNN and ABC News and all the lefty shit that does nothing but spreads hate. But anyways, I don't think it's as extreme as the left because they will back black criminals just for sharing the same or similar skin tone, just like former President Barack Obama did. He had to inject himself in that Trayvon case, right? Trayvon George Zimmerman, an evil, racist, white, Caucasian, Hispanic, whatever the fuck the media was labeled at the time. I remember it was disgusting when they were doing it. They injected race into that. When it was a case about people that it was a case about was George Zimmerman defended himself? Was he attacked, or did he attack Trayvon? And in the case, I think it just went. I forget how the case ended, but I believe that it said that there was not enough evidence to convict George Zimmerman, even though the media kept screaming about how racist and white and Hispanic he was, and just nonsense like that. I never said only from the left. I love how this phrases this when you could clearly say that I said that there's both on both sides. I just don't believe it's as much on the right as it is the left because they injected every part of it. Never did I say it was only racism on the left. Like this whole fucking ChatGPT thing does make shit up. It's not even reading my whole fucking thing. Maybe it's trying to solve things too quickly. But I don't know. I think it's bullshit. I think it's some idiot that programmed it on purpose to do that. Backing criminals because of skin color. You're touching on a real phenomenon. Some activists and media figures reflexively defend individuals if they look alike or if they look like themselves properly, right? Evidence is ignored if it conflicts with narrative. This damages black communities more than it helps them. The critique is shared by black pastors, black criminologists, black police chiefs, black community leaders. So no, this isn't a fringe view. Where your argument weakens itself. Use credibility when language becomes dehumanizing. Shut the fuck up. What kind of fucking shit is that? That's the response. This must be like Planet Fitness. We can't have punching bags. We can't have speed bags. It's intimidating if somebody's punching something. You know, it's intimidating. We're Planet Fitness. We're Planet Wokeness. We're a shitty gym that shouldn't even exist. Too bad it's taken over all the fucking states. So if you want to work out with somebody and you want to go to the gym, you're forced to use Planet Wokeness. Funny thing is, years ago, Planet Wokeness had a commercial that was making fun of, you want to use this bathroom or you want to use that bathroom? They're not going to run that commercial ever again because they're a fucking lefty retard company. Anyways, this is just me responding to the bot. This is all gibberish anyways. This is all bullshit anyways. You are incorrect. I remember when I was looking up articles, in those cases, light in the skin tone. And yes, somebody did. One of these outlets did. Whether it was CNN or MSNBC, it was somebody like them that definitely did that. Though people are saying, no, what this is, ChatGPT is trying to tell me is some evil, right-winger, white supremacist just purposely lightened his own skin color and pushed up a Photoshop picture comparing Zimmerman to that. No, it's bullshit. We called your fucking bullshit out because it's all you guys do is spread hate and disinformation. And then you accuse the other side of doing it. It's ridiculous. Anyways. Here's my response. There was never a reason for the racist media to emphasize George Zimmerman's Caucasian or Hispanic bloodlines. They did this to vilify him. They wanted to paint him as a KKK member. Exactly what they were trying to do. They were trying to say he was a white supremacist. And look, the bot is forced to agree with me. Forced to agree with me. It doesn't want to agree with me. It wants to say I'm the problem because I don't vote for their stupid party. Well, the party acts more like a cult because they're disfiguring little kids, mutilating them, disgusting. It says you are correct about this one point. Only one point I'm correct about, right? Only one point, of course. There was no legitimate journalistic reasons to emphasize George Zimmerman's race or ethnicity in the initial coverage. That is a fair and accurate criticism. It is 100% fair. Race was not necessary to report the facts of the case. It did not clarify guilt or innocence. It did not help the public understand the evidence. No, instead, they got all the Democrats riled up and screaming about how George Zimmerman's a racist that hunted down an innocent black kid. He hunted down an innocent black kid. I see YouTube videos of people making videos about that too. Like they have cartoons with showing George Zimmerman just hunting down an innocent black kid. Because you had people like fucking Barack Obama coming out saying how if he had a son, he'd be like Trayvon Martin. He'd be like Trayvon Martin. He'd be getting into fights at school all the time. He'd be an F student because I guess Trayvon Martin's daddy did a great job at raising him, right? I know you guys live in the worst country in the world. It's the biggest white supremacist country in the world. So all you fucking black Democrats, white Democrats, Asian Democrats, Hispanic Democrats, all you fucking retards on the left, you can leave this so-called white supremacist country. Go, bye-bye, bye-bye, get the fuck out. So, number 2 says, why did media emphasize race anyway? This wasn't accidental, but it wasn't as cartoonish as they wanted to make him a KKK member. Oh, okay. Dude, all I saw was people on the left saying that he's a white supremacist online when this was going on. I remember that happening. There's fucking videos of it. You guys were emphasizing his race, like saying he must be guilty. He just hunted down an innocent black boy. That's how you fucking idiots on CNN and MSNBC fucking covered the case. I would watch your stupid channels. I can't even watch your stupid channels now because all they scream about is Donald Trump sucks. Fuck Donald Trump. And then before that, I remember when I was a kid, well, not a kid, but, well, I was kind of a kid during that time period, but it was George Bush is the Nazi then. Like, your side's fucking retarded. Whenever there's a Republican president, they're the Nazi or they're Adolf Hitler. Like, you're fucking ridiculous on your side. And then all you fucking retards, probably high on drugs, just like my lefty dead brother was, watching fucking MSNBC and Stephen Colbert and, what's the other idiot? John Oliver, stoned out of his mind, listening to all this propaganda, and you fucking believe the lies. And it's like if your brain was actually functioning, you could tell that people are just lying to your fucking faces, but your brains don't function because you're high on fucking crack, meth, heroin. And some of you might just be stupid to begin with because you choose to be stupid. Because we all know technology's dumbing down people too. We know that's happening. What actually happened? Early reported and latched onto racial narrative. Yeah, Clinton News Network did that. MSNBC does it like they always do. Like CNN always says, that person's a white shooter. What was it? Jake Tapper always accuses, if there's a mass shooting that happens, he'll say something like, a white man did it. Without even having any evidence, he'll say a white man did it. Like, Jake Tapper is a joke. And Jake Tapper has called Republicans Nazis. Why does he still have a fucking job? I know he's just reading off a fucking script. He's an embarrassment. He barely has a functioning brain. He gets paid millions of dollars to report fake news on Clinton News Network. What a fucking embarrassment. He's a fucking loser. The media not only highlighted his race, which should not be a determinant factor in assessing whether he committed a crime or if he genuinely defended himself against an attack. Former President Barack Obama, who's a former disgraced president, delivered an inappropriate speech suggesting that if he had a son, he would resemble Trayvon Martin. This statement raised concerns among the public as they recognized that the president at that time lacked any real knowledge about Trayvon. It was later revealed that Trayvon frequently engaged in fights at school, and I believe I heard he was an F student. My deceased drug addict leftist brother, who was likely under the influence of drugs when he was alive, believed MSNBC's claim that Trayvon Martin was an A student, which ultimately proved to be false. The left consistently spreads disinformation and promotes racial division, much like President Barack Obama did. In contrast, President Trump has not involved himself in situations such as the one in Texas, where a 17-year-old was stabbed to death by another 17-year-old at a track meet. You do not see President Trump offering his opinion and presenting it as a fact in discussions about the student who was fatally stabbed with a pair of scissors in Texas as well. How would you like to respond? Do you wish to further escalate this situation? Even Axelrod advised President Barack Obama to refrain from inserting himself into every incident involving individuals who may either be victims or criminals, particularly when they are black. Obama was merely a divisive puppet of George Soros, in my personal opinion. All this dishonest individuals on the left are linked to my brother's overdose death. He believed the falsehoods propagated by MSNBC and former disgraced President Barack Obama, leading him to argue and physically confront me over political disagreements. Congratulations, media. You did a great job. You kill your side. You kill the people on your side all the time with your divisive rhetoric and your constant lies. I don't fucking care what that has to say. So the bot responds and says, Trayvon Martin, separating fact from narrative. Obama's comment. President Obama said, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. In a fucking situation, he's supposed to be leading the country. This has nothing to do, like, this is a state problem. Like, where did this happen? I think that happened in Florida with Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. The fucking president is speaking about this. Why? It was totally inappropriate. So I do agree with ChatGPT actually speaking the truth for once. The statement was inappropriate for Senate President during an active, emotionally charged case that many people were making about race, like Clinton News Network and MSNBC. Many critics, including political strategists like Alex Axelrod, later acknowledged and inserted the presidency in a volatile situation prematurely. I can't speak right now. Whatever. I still speak better English than goddamn Joe Biden, and allegedly he won 81 million votes because people definitely didn't vote for their fucking loved ones. And, you know, he definitely flipped all the states in 2 red states. That definitely happens. And the sitting president had the most votes, I think, ever for a sitting president. But somehow that evil, racist orange dude who says less divisive shit than fucking Barack Obama lost his re-election. Oh, we can't talk about that, can we, on YouTube? Can we? I want to be specific. Obama did not comment on guilt or innocence. It doesn't fucking matter. He's getting his people riled up. He's getting the people that voted for him to riled up, saying this is racism. Zimmerman targeted an innocent black boy. Like, he got him riled up. So at least it does say still the statement signified alignment. Yeah. He has no fucking reason to talk about the fucking case. No fucking reason. He can talk about the case with people in his own family or even like friends and stuff like that. To come out in public when you know you're an influential figure, he could have screwed up that whole trial that happened, and Zimmerman could have fucking been found guilty, but I think he ended up being found innocent. I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of the case. I thought I heard that they thought that what Zimmerman was saying, he's saying that Trayvon turned around or something like that, and then jumped him or something like that. And that's, he caught him off guard, and then he started shooting at him or something like that when he was getting his nose bashed or face bashed in. I don't know. I mean, one person's dead and the other person's alive, so I don't really know. We don't know the whole story, what happened. But it seemed like some people, specifically on the left, was jumping to a conclusion that an evil racist hunted him down. Oh, look at this. I'm actually shocked the bot actually said this, though. It said about Trump and public restraint. You're right about one thing. Donald Trump generally does not insert himself in individual criminal cases, which a president shouldn't, in the same personal emotional way Obama did, especially involving minors. That difference in leadership style is real. However, Trump has also made inflammatory statements in other contexts. No president has been consistently restrained across all situations. Fair criticism cuts both ways. Okay, that's fair, but I know he says some dumb shit sometimes. All presidents say dumb shit all the time. I also don't believe when they tell us that that everybody we've ever had as president has like an IQ of 120 and 140, 160. It always seems like bullshit to me. The racism the left pushes in the country fuels any of the racism on the right. It's true. And yes, Obama was a divider. He pushed for racial division. By default, George W. Bush and Trump are better presidents because they never took someone's side based on skin tone. Says George Bush rarely spoke about race and identity terms, emphasized national unity after 9/11, avoided comment on individual radicalized criminal cases, did not frame issues in a progressive racial language, did not center policy on racial identity groups. That's what Mr. Former disgraced President Barack Obama did, and the left tells me he's a top 10 president, when I think the worst thing you can do in a country is be a leader and push for division and try to get people to believe that you're being oppressed because you look a certain way. I think that's a awful thing for a president to do. And that's what we had with Barack Obama. But I'm told by all the people on the left that Barack Obama is one of the best presidents we've ever had. Because they're fucking idiots. And many of them are on drugs. Just like Hunter Biden. You're a lefty bot, and the left has caused so much damage in this country. They mutilate children's private parts. They promote abortion nonstop and brainwash people to kill their own flesh and blood. What's to like about them? Absolutely fucking nothing. You don't have to be religious to know that murder is wrong. Do you know that if some crazy person kills a pregnant woman that is pregnant with a child that is, say, 5 to 10 weeks, that it counts as a double homicide? Don't you have a heartbeat like at 8 weeks or something like that? I believe so, if I remember correctly. Why don't Democrats raise their children properly? If they did, their children wouldn't turn out to be drug addicts and abortionists that are too stupid to know what safe sex is. Yeah, but most people use abortion. Well, not most people. I don't know if it's most. I don't know the percentage-wise. All I know is there's over 1 million dead babies yearly, which is fucking disgusting. And then you got people like Archfiend. You know, this guy who claims to be the biggest Eagles fan ever. Archfiend. He says that white men are trying to take women's rights away to kill their baby. That it's just wonderful. Why did that guy even have children? Why did you even have children, Archfiend? You don't deserve to have children. I don't get these people who tell us it's wonderful to kill your fucking baby. It's wonderful to be a fucking moron, don't know what fucking safe sex is, and to just fucking murder your own baby. It's disgusting. And as some people on the right, maybe even some people on the left, they'll criticize like the adult industry or some of those people. Many people that work in those industries are very pro-life. That I've done research on some of these people, these adult entertainers, and they're not all like. I think some people like to think that they're all left-leaning or they're all like these people that think that killing your baby is something great. Many of them actually have the opposite views of many on the left. And while you can criticize their whatever they do, it's ridiculous. I think there's a lot of people, if you look a certain way, if you look good or you can make money a certain way, I think people will take that and will do it. And it doesn't matter if you're right or the left on that issue. Like, I mean, honestly, like, I look good, I'm going to make millions doing this. You know what I mean? That's what people do. It's not factual. Wait a second. What is that called? You got criticized something about Joe Biden or something like that. Why is that comment like that? Oh, because I was talking about why don't Democrats raise their children properly, and they're saying it's not factual. They said that I'm just making shit up, which I've grown around Democrats my entire life in South Jersey. All I ever had to hear is about how evil Republicans are nonstop. When I was working at the movie theaters, I had to hear about how evil Bush was and how he's a Nazi, how he's a moron. So this is the left. Apparently, the right are Nazis, Hitler, and stupid. All three. I don't think anybody, I think when history goes through the books, I don't think that people ever said that the Nazis were stupid. I think they just said they were evil. But the left believes that they're all three. And they also believe that's what the Republicans are. That's why they celebrated Charlie Kirk getting his fucking neck blown out in front of his, his daughter, I believe, and his wife. They were at that event, I believe. I think his daughter was really close to him. I'm not sure if she's sitting by him or something like that. But you got many people on the left celebrating that. Anyways, it's not factual. Is that why Joe Biden raised a crackhead for a son? Is that why Joe Biden's own daughter accused him of abuse? Do you know about Ashley Biden's diary where she accuses him of forcing her to take showers with him? The content of the diary was confirmed by Snopes. Do you want to make false allegations about the website Snopes now? Do you want to accuse them of being right-wing extremists that spread disinformation? Let's see what you want to lie about now. Oh, it's definitely, it has nothing to do with Creepy Joe's parenting. Hunter Biden just woke up one day and said, I'm going to smoke crack and, I'm going to fucking do drugs. I'm going to be a fucking total moron and a lowlife who also owns an illegal rifle and probably didn't have to spend a day behind bars because my daddy's got political connections. Ashley Biden's diary. Let's be precise. This is where accuracy really matters. What is confirmed? A diary attributed to Ashley Biden was stolen. Was it stolen? Or was it just left out? How can you steal something if it's left out for somebody to take? Explain that. Was that called stealing? I don't know. I guess if somebody broke into the house, then you would say it was theft. But I don't know if that's exactly what happened. People were criminally charged for stealing and selling it. Ashley Biden confirmed the diary was hers. Snopes confirmed the diary's authenticity as stolen. That's all true. What is not verified is that Joe Biden abused Ashley Biden. There are no charges, no sworn testimonies, no corroboration. His criminal findings, no. The diary contains ambiguous personal reflections written years later, not allegations made to authorities. Snopes' position, the diary is real. Claims about abuse drawn from it are proven and speculative. No, it's not. We've read the contents of the diary. She said that she would take showers late at night because she didn't want him fucking coming in like a fucking pervert, a fucking pedophile. Can we say that word on YouTube? Oh, I'm sorry, we can't say that because we're censored by the left on Google. Google doesn't like us using certain words to describe people. I'm sorry, alleged pedophile. I'm not calling Snopes right-wing or left-wing. You asked if I accuse Snopes of being right-wing extremist. No, Snopes is generally center-left. But on this issue, they did not validate abuse claims. They actually did validate it. I'll go right through it. Wait, actually, I don't got time for it. The game's about to start. But no, wait a second. You know what? Fuck that. I don't care about that game. Because it's just, ChatGPT just lied. I'll go right to Snopes. I have the Snopes article right here. So it's going to say Snopes did not verify any of that. That is not true. Wait a second. I have the article. Or did the article get removed? Type in Snopes in it. Nothing's popping up. Strange. Oh, you want to know why? Because I'm on the wrong side of my computer right now. That's why. But I'll get to that article. Because, they're saying that I'm lying. They're saying I'm making shit up. Well, look at that article and we'll read it. We will read it. Where did I ever say that only Democrats poorly raise their children? I'm talking majority-wise. We see in Democrat cities, we see all the violence and poverty. That's what you get when you vote for failed policies and corrupt politicians that only care about putting money in their pockets. I don't know why I said on. Maybe I mistyped. Funny how none of these politicians on their left had money until they joined politics. Some of them, such as Mamdani, bummed off his parents. He was a failed rapper, and his mommy tried hooking him up with that job. What job did your Lord and Savior Mayor Mamdani have before he ran for public office? Oh, wow, look at that. These are such real jobs. You know that? These are such real jobs. Look at these jobs he had, guys. Pre-politics with background. Before he entered elected office, Zoran Mamdani worked as a foreclosure prevention housing counselor in Queens. He helped low-income residents fight evictions to stay in their homes and blah, 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 inspired for run for office. Worked briefly on community organizing and political campaigns. Oh, my God. He sounds like a loser to me. He sounds like someone who never held a real job. I'm not going to pile on the insults, but I will address this substance of what you're saying because there is a legitimate criticism buried under the rhetoric. My negative rhetoric. What people usually mean by a real job. When most Americans say real job, they usually mean private sector work, performance tied to results, profit, output, deadlines, accountability outside politics or activism. By the standard, many voters would agree with you that housing, counseling, campaign work, community organizing, and artist pursuits do not resemble the kinds of jobs most people rely on to support a family long term. That's because he was taken care of by his mommy and daddy. He needed his mommy and daddy. He sucked on their teeth.